Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about something that maybe a lot of people don't know about, or a lot of people are not aware that it's happening, and we're specifically referring to people who are undergoing cancer treatment or are battling cancer at the time. And I don't know exactly how to pronounce this, but this syndrome that happens to people who have cancer is called Cachexia or Cachexia. I'm not sure exactly how to say it, but basically it's a syndrome where the person who has cancer ends up losing a significant amount of weight really fast. It's also sometimes referred as wasting disease or wasting syndrome, and basically the weight loss happens way faster than a person can eat. Sometimes they will lose the ability to eat or the desire to eat. Sometimes it's accompanied with severe nausea and vomiting, regardless of whether the person is on chemo or not. So it could be a disease-induced type of thing. You know, it's the person could have not even started chemo yet they have lost a significant amount of weight, and they're continuing to lose weight. And quite frankly, it's very scary. It's very scary. And if you are looking at your loved one and you see that, you know, they pretty much are becoming like skin and bones, you are extremely worried. And if you're in this situation, just know that I completely understand you. I completely feel you. I've been there. It's terrible. It was one of the worst times in my life. And if you happen to Google this syndrome, you will get answers like, it's uncurable, you can't stop it, there's nothing you can do about it, it's part of the disease process, muscles can never be regained, and all these things that I don't want to say they're not true, because I'm not a doctor and I'm not a scientist. We're just simply sharing our experience. But in our case, Philip is living proof that yes, you can recover from this. Yes, you can come out of it. And there are things that we did in order to break the cycle of cachexia or cachexia, or whatever you call that. So I didn't really have time to prepare for this video. Because I'm so busy, I have to really use like my time wisely. So I just decided to sit down and talk about this, and then I will also write a blog post about it, and in that I will include more information, more resources, and I will also add them below this video as I remember them. But for the most part, I still am in a lot of cancer groups where I would just constantly read and do research and learn from people's experiences. And lo and behold, there are people that have come out of that state, the state of muscle wasting and the state of your body pretty much eating itself. And there are certain things that they did in order to help the body and to break that cycle of cancer eating up healthy tissue pretty much. So there's two things that we did, two protocols that we did together, and I will link them below. They're from a website, and I will link the site below as well, and I will also paste those protocols on my site, mashageorgiev.com, so that anyone can find those and implement these things. But the first thing that we did was, it's called MSM water. It is a natural organic sulfur crystals, and what you do with that is you dissolve a teaspoon in warm water, and then you fill that up with regular water, and you squeeze half a lemon or a full lemon. The MSM, the sulfur, needs to be mixed with vitamin C. So however you add vitamin C is up to you. Initially what we did was we bought little liposomal vitamin C capsules, but it does become kind of expensive. So then I had read that you could just squeeze a lemon and it's going to do the same binding effect and help the body to absorb it really, really well. So after we finished the liposomal vitamin C, we just started squeezing lemon into it, and that worked really well. On a side note, I also learned how to make my own liposomal vitamin C, and if you're interested in that, I can link that information below, or I can make another video. Just you comment below for me to let me know that you want to know about that. But the liposomal vitamin C that I made is very, very sour, right? Vitamin C is sour. It's an acid. And it was very hard for Philip to swallow it because he had just had radiation into this area through his esophagus into his backbone. So the esophagus was extremely inflamed and sensitive and painful, which also contributed to weight loss because he couldn't eat normally. So he couldn't swallow that. He could take the capsules, and the lemon water seemed to be okay, although everything caused discomfort, literally everything. So that is something that we did twice a day. He would drink a glass on an empty stomach first thing in the morning, and he would also drink an empty glass on an empty stomach in the afternoon. So we would wait about 2 hours after lunch and have another glass. And so this was one of the things that we did. The second thing that we did is adding a powder. I believe it's D-ribose. I hope I'm saying that correctly. If not, I will write it below. But it's a powder that it feeds your muscles. It kind of bypasses the cancer lactic acid cycle, and that in itself is a lot of information. You need to Google it, and you need to type in cancer lactic acid cycle and learn about what that is, because that is what's contributing to this syndrome, to this muscle loss, to this wasting disease. You have to break that cycle, and these are the two things that stop it. So they flush the lactic acid out of your muscles and stop the fuel, the glucose that every single cell in your body needs, stop it from going to the cancer cell and divert it to the natural healthy cells. That's what you have to do, and that's what we did. So those are the two things that we did. We did the D-ribose powder, and that we would also do twice a day. So we would add, I believe it's supposed to be 15 milligrams a day, and I got it in the little thing with a scoop, and one scoop is 5 milligrams. So I would do a scoop and a half in the morning, a scoop and a half in the afternoon, and he would drink that water, and it tastes like sugar water. We would call it sugar water. The first water, the MSM water, we would call bitter water, and then the D-ribose we would call sugar water. So that's how we referred to it. I will link all of these items down below. Again, we are just sharing what worked for us. Not a doctor, not advising anyone, just sharing that this happened to work for us. Now, having said all of that, as we started doing this, I remember thinking, like, well, how long does this take to work, you know? When do we start to see results? Because it doesn't look like it's working. I mean, a week went by, 2 weeks went by, 3 weeks went by. Everything kind of still looks the same, you know? Like, what's going on? And I started, searching through those cancer groups, and I couldn't find the answer. So the only information that I have is our experience. And when did we start to see results? And honestly, it took about 2 months. 2 months of doing this every single day. And then slowly, I started to see that he's starting to gain weight. And you guys, he was so skinny. He lost about 70 pounds in 2 months. It was so fast. It's terrible to watch your loved one go through this. I think it's worse for us, the people that are watching it, than maybe for the person undergoing it. But slowly, I started to notice that there was a little bit of weight gain. He was starting to fill in the temples a little bit, fill in around the eyes a little bit. He was so skinny that you could see like all the bones in his face, and just 2 little pieces of cheeks were kind of poking out. And slowly that started to fill in, and then the ribs started to fill in, and the collarbones were just kind of poking out, and so that started to, I mean, everything. Even here, there was like a huge dimple, huge dimples in the bones there. It was terrible. And anyway, slowly, we started to see improvements, and that was about 4 months ago. So at this point right now, we are in the middle of August 2022, and at this point, Philip has gained. So before cancer, he was normal 183. He went all the way down to the only measurement that we have is 121, but that's after he already started to gain a little bit of weight. So probably he was in the 112s, between 112 and 120. I don't know. We assume that that was his lowest. Currently, right now, he's at 150. So he's kind of halfway gained back. I mean, you can tell he's gained a lot of weight back. He's definitely doing much better along with everything that we're doing. Definitely Velasta, definitely Hoxie protocol from the Hoxie Biomedical Center in Tijuana, and the MSM water along with vitamin C as well as D-ribose really helped to bring him out of the muscle wasting syndrome. Currently right now we are not doing the MSM water anymore or the D-ribose because we can clearly see that he's not wasting anymore, he's rebuilding. So although it's beneficial for everyone, I was doing it as well for myself because overall it's a great cleansing thing. It clears your body from all kinds of bad stuff. Please Google it and research it and learn about it. But currently Philip is not doing that just because his protocol has been full of stuff and we wanted to simplify it a little bit because he doesn't have the muscle wasting anymore. We can remove that from the protocol right now at this point. Maybe in the future we would do it as a prophylactic type of approach just to kind of help our bodies get rid of those things, the bad things, cleanse, whatever. Anyway, I hope this video has been helpful. I know that there are so many people out there that don't know about these things and don't know that yes, it's possible. It is absolutely possible to come out of that muscle wasting syndrome. I'm sorry, my air conditioner just came on, so I don't know if you could still hear me, but I'm just gonna go ahead and sign off. Thank you for watching. Please like and comment below, and please subscribe. Please share this video with your loved ones. Maybe you know someone who's undergoing cancer treatment or cancer in general, and they should probably know about this. If you have any questions, please comment below, and thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day.